Welcome to Recovering Addict. I'm LT and I'm an alcoholic addict.
I'm Felice, married to this guy. He's an alcoholic addict.
And I'm Zach, and I'm in long-term recovery.
Heck yeah. We had a substance abuser. Now we got us a long-term recovery guy. This is great. I'm LT. Like I said before, 2 times in my life, I hit rock bottom. Early 2000s, a meth addiction led me to getting a felony, a year in jail, NUCCC, halfway house kind of stuff. And that scared me straight for a little while. And then in my early 30s, I decided, you know what? Casual drinking and partying will be fun. Little did I know that was going to lead me into a fifth of night blackout drunk alcoholism, because I didn't realize I'm a freaking addict and alcoholic. I have an allergy about me. When I party, just like Lish put in the freaking Discord, I don't party to have fun. What is it, Jake?
I party until I'm a felon.
I party till I'm a felon. We are not the same. Yeah, Lish, that was perfect. That was my motto of the day today. And thank you so much. If you're watching this on replay, this is a show about recovery. We usually go through books, and right now we are going through a book called It'll Never Happen to Me by Dr. Claudia Black. But we've had some people, what's up, Tyler, come on lately just to keep it real, getting to know the community. We've met another person in the community. Zach here, he's going to share his story. We're going to just chit chat with him. And that's what we do on this channel. Every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday night, and Saturday morning, we have a podcast here for you. All kinds of content. Everything's about recovery. Jake and I are going to start uploading videos weekly, little 6 to 10 minute videos like some of you probably saw today that came out. And Link, he's the co-host. You guys know him. You guys got to see his story the other day, which was pretty crazy. An announcement. I got hired on at Action Recovery Group, the IOP that I went to for 5 months. I start tomorrow for orientation, and then I go on Tuesday nights, and I'll be working Tuesday nights until they open the day treatment. And once day treatment is open, then I'm going to shift into the day shift. So on Tuesday nights, the live stream is going to look just a little different. Jake is going to be sitting here filling in for me. It's going to be the same segments, same content, recovery, but it's going to be whatever Jake wants to bring to the table or Felice wants to lead with at the table. I'm going to leave it up to them two to decide. But They'll decide. It'll be good. I'm sure it'll be good. So that's what's going to happen. It could be 2 Tuesdays. It could be 6 Tuesdays. I have no idea at this point. But it's going to be cool. So just know that with what I've got going on here, Felice and I and Jake and everybody here at SOAR, expect the unexpected. We don't know what's going to happen next. So take it with, just go with the flow with us. But I promise we're not going to get rid of 4 streams. So right now we got 4 live streams, right? Sunday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, and Saturday morning. And then, like I said, Jake and I are going to start busting out recorded fun videos. We'll try to make them entertaining. So that's what you can expect. So I'm going to let Felice say what up to everybody in the chat.
Is this one dead?
Yes. Here, use this one. Merc, she's trying to get my mouse again.
Still in the mouse. It's my mouse. Let's start at the top. Who do we have? Oh, hello, Sky.
Sky Lover.
Oh, I'm here.
I get her name now because I see the post she puts. She sees cloud pictures and takes pictures of them. She loves the sky. Sky Lover.
And then she makes them into animals and stuff.
And she goes, look what I see.
Yeah.
Where the hell is Mark?
Yeah, why are you not number 1, Merc? La Sierra. How you doing,
Hey,
girl?
what's up, Sierra? She was on the show.
Yep. Teeter, he's here. He's also waiting for us.
Teeter backstage as always. And he's got a special guest with him today.
Desmond, hello.
What's up, Des? Good day, mate.
We got John V. He always has the good evening, good morning, good afternoon, family. Hope
he covers it all.
Having a great night and day.
He covers all the time zones.
I love that he catches the replay, folks. So hello, replay, folks. Jose, hello. We got Jenny. You got who else? Kyle's here. Hi, Kyle.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Oh,
evening, folks. There's Mark.
Somebody's mad at you, Mark, because you took forever.
Jake was talking crap on you, bro.
You're on time. You're late. Hey, Andrew.
What's up, Asia?
Ciandia Gray. Hey, family. Well, hello.
Shandia. I was corrected in a Zoom meeting.
I'm glad you corrected me because I totally just guessed.
I had to ask her. I didn't even try to attempt it. I'm just like, just say your name for me, please.
I see it now, though. Shandia.
Yeah.
I see it.
Tiara Barnes. What's going on,
Hey,
Tiara?
big brother.
Epi, what's up, bro?
Where's Tiara? Oh, there you are. Who else? We got Steve's in the house.
What's up, Steve Sherwood?
Tyler Larson.
Tyler, what's up, brother? He was talking about him.
Yeah, he's my buddy.
They're best
Love
friends.
you, Tyler.
Hey, Sandy.
Sandy Flores.
We got.
Tyler and I are watching. Right on.
I saw Cherie. It's been a while. We've missed you, Cherie. You've been.
Thanks, Cherie.
You've been pissy.
You're my favorite Sheila.
That was very Australian. That was very
Yeah, no.
Australian.
No.
A horrible job. You're my
Shandia
favorite Sheila, mate.
said that book hit some key
That was
points in her
better.
life.
Oh, awesome, Shandia. We will get back into that book. Wednesday.
Oh,
Feathers. Fudge.
yeah, we'll see what happens on Tuesday. He might show up the next Tuesday, bald.
I'll also have him sleep over, and we'll get him when he's sleeping.
Hey, Marilyn. Oh, I saw Carla. Hey, Carla. And there we go. Shout out to Sawyer House. Good evening, y'all. Today hits 80 days.
Yeah, Dark. Still.
Good job. Proud of you.
Awesome. Good job.
Tracy, we got a shout out to Tracy,
Tracy.
and all our folks in Arizona. There's your beautiful husband.
Right on. Shout out.
And Misty.
Hey, Misty.
You can have your mouse back.
Thank you. Gee, many Christmas. Thought we were going to go blank there for a minute.
We might.
All right. So we have a special guest. He said his name is Zach. I just barely met the guy. He just walked
man.
in like 10 minutes ago and was like, hey, bro, can I be on the show? I was like, sure, why not?
Off the streets.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us about yourself, where you're from, what's your the whole story, deep as you want to go.
My name's Zach Rasmussen, and I was born and raised in Ogden, Utah. And just I lived with the struggle my whole life. Started when I was real young with a lot of trauma I dealt with, and I don't know whether to look at the cameras. Okay,
It doesn't matter.
all right. No, on the serious side,
You
Yeah,
should bring
I-
your mic down a little,
Yes.
though. That's
There
all
we
they
go.
can see. There
okay,
you go.
there you go. It was in my face. Yeah, just a lifelong addiction. 43 years of living the rough life. I've been in and out of prisons. Started really young. It started with cigarettes, actually, at the legal narcotic.
Yeah.
And then it led to alcohol. But yeah, cigarettes was my gateway drug, and it's always been my go-to. And I still smoke today, which is terrible. I want to quit. But anyways, yeah, it was a rough life living in Ogden, in and out of prisons, in and out of juvenile detention centers. Started smoking methamphetamine at 13, stealing cars, packing guns, the whole deal. And anyways, yeah, just it was a lot of nonsense. What else? My whole story or what?
Yeah, so you started smoking cigarettes at what age? I know with my first cigarette, I was like 6 years. So the first time that I smoked a cigarette, I was 6. I grew up in a house of smokers.
Yeah.
You know how it was back in our day. It didn't
Mhm.
matter too much. I'm sure I stunk at school. Didn't even realize it. Didn't even know cigarettes stunk. It was life, right?
Candy, cigarettes, and everything. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Remember those?
And so we would steal them from our parents as usual. But I was like 6 or 7 years old. Me and my buddy stole some cigarettes from his dad. And out in Roy, we went out to this field to light to smoke. And we ended up lighting this whole field on fire. So that was my first time smoking, about 6. And then obviously butts in the ashtray. And
Yeah, I've done that. Stealing from my aunt. But yeah, it started with my journey into addiction, really. I liked the way it made me feel. At a young age, I was incorrigible. It didn't really hit home what I was really doing to my life when you're that young, because you're still developing, really. And yeah, it started a whole hell for me. Started using methamphetamine at a young age, hanging out with gangs.
how old were you when you started using meth?
I was 13.
13?
Yeah, young.
Just sniffing or smoking? Or was it crank back
It was
then?
crank back then, and
Yeah.
old biker crank. But yeah, I started smoking, sniffing, running with gangs, packing guns, stealing cars. First car I stole was I was 13.
Damn.
Then I got taken away from my mother at the age of, I think I was 14 until 18. put
Was she
into-
an addict too then?
No,
Or-
she was clinically depressed. me and my younger sister is the only ones that have drug problems in my whole family. And I think I had my dad left, single mother, got depressed. I remember getting the cops bring me home one time, and I was trying to steal mail because my mom she wouldn't get out of bed. She was sleeping all the time, depressed. The water got shut off, so I thought I'd go steal people's mail so she could cash the checks, and then we could get the lights turned back on. And I was like 6 years old when that happened.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and a lot of abuse from my brother and my
Placater.
mom. Yeah, it was a struggle, man. But I'm a survivor, and then I was stealing cars, taking them to high school, just living it wild and out. I mean, I fell in love more with the struggle than the addiction. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And it was the streets and just the crazy life that it all bring.
Wow. So you're 13, you start doing meth. You obviously love your mom, tried to help her with her clinical depression. At 14, her depression's bad enough that the state comes in and moves in on you and takes you.
Well, I was out of control though. She couldn't handle me.
Right.
They knew it, so they came and got me.
Oh, okay.
The first time I was incarcerated too was at 7. I did 30 days in Moita.
Oh, Moita.
Ah, Moita.
I love that place.
My cousins used to always be like, "Don't be bad, or you're gonna go to Moita."
Yeah,
So
Moita.
don't scare me. No.
That was the scare tactic of my day.
Yeah, but it was I could blame it on a lot of things, but when you're that young, you don't really have the choice whether you're addicted or not, if it makes sense. I mean, I know in AA and in recovery in general, they want you to take accountability for your actions and what you've done. But when you're that young, you don't really know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it led me into a life that was really crazy. I've been stabbed at. I mean, not stabbed at. I've been shot at, stabbed. I watched a buddy die in my arms. He got stabbed at a Halloween party by my other buddy, and he was 14. And it was a crazy night, and then we take off running, and then we're wanted in the newspaper and under investigation for murder. And
were they looking at you as a suspect for murder?
Well, they were looking at me as accomplice murder.
An accomplice, yeah.
At 14. They sentenced him as an adult and took him away at 14. He didn't get out until he was 36 or 37.
Wow. Dang, poor dude.
But it was crazy. What else? It was, dude, crazy. You could write a movie about it. It's all in here. But,
yeah.
I mean, what else?
So these are your teenage years. 14's crazy. You're in a gang. It's obviously a tough gang. They're stabbing and shooting.
I wasn't in a gang. I hung around a gang.
Around a gang.
You know what I mean?
Same thing.
But I was white in a Mexican world. So,
okay, gotcha.
It was kind of funny because we all be walking down the street and I'm the only one 2 foot taller than everybody else. So I was like, where am I going to run to?
Hey, milkweed.
Yeah, really though. But no, I built a persona. I was a one-man wrecking crew. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
When people would mess with me, I didn't need a gang to have my back. I had my own.
Yeah.
If that made sense.
Sure.
And people come and go, and especially in the drug game. I mean, people that you think are your friends that will ride with you forever just fall off the next day, or and it's all about.
Thanks, Marilyn.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you,
Teeter.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marilyn. Appreciate that.
That was awesome.
Shades.
I need to get my radio voice on. How you guys doing?
That's like DJ Love.
Hey,
this next smooth jazz.
Tune in at 9 o'clock and we'll show you the business. No, but yeah, and I'm so thankful that I'm here today, because I've overdosed. I've attempted suicide. I didn't know how to quit. The drugs helped me kill something that lived inside of me. You know what I mean? And when they didn't work no more, the only way out was that I thought was to kill what was inside of me. And that was, suicide.
Did you attempt suicide?
Oh yeah. Dude.
How old were you?
I was 36.
So from a teenager up into your 30s, it gets real dark.
Yeah.
And you're using the whole time up into your 30s, up till your 30s?
No, I went to prison when I was 25 and got out.
Yeah, let's talk about up to the crime and point of the prison. And
the crime. Yeah, burglaries. A lot of burglaries, thefts, robberies. Weird. The whole supplying the drugs.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah. And then I went to Draper for, well, actually, let's go back to when I was 18. They let me out when I was 18 from the juvenile system. I went to the prison. It was called a Genesis program back then, but um, it was a work camp for juveniles. They let me out, and it was like 2 weeks later I caught my first adult charges. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
yeah.
So you got out of prison or juvenile prison at 18. You're
Yeah.
adult now, and then you immediately reoffend. And
Yeah, but I was always good about talking my way out of anything. You know what I mean? So in front of the judge or in front of the prosecuting attorney or the public defender, I would always be able to talk my way out of most anything because, so I did. They let me out, and I just ran amok, man. And I wasn't going to court. You kidding me? You know what I mean? So they're like, "Oh, we'll show up to court," and I'm like, "Yeah, I will." You know what I mean? So I was gone, dude. And I never left Ogden, and they were looking for me for like 3 years, and I had felony warrants, and just they never could catch me, and it took a stupid traffic stop, and finally.
What does it feel like to run for 3 years knowing you have that over your head?
You're really numb.
You just keep doing drugs to hide from it, kind of thing. Or?
Yeah, or you're wanted, and it kind of makes you feel like you're a badass. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, it's day 192, and you haven't caught me. But
yeah, okay.
It was stressful. Everywhere you went, you didn't know if you were going to jail that day or if you could go anywhere and just. They don't have it like they have now with the facial recognition software and the cameras. I mean, I don't know.
The good old days.
Ogden, do you guys know about this? No. But they do in Walmart and all over. They have facial recognition, and they pick people up all the time.
Ogden's system's off the hook.
Yep. But they didn't have that back then, luckily. But I ended up going to jail, and that seemed to be my way out every time. That's how I got sober, or clean. I'd say I'd go to jail, or it'd be the justice system that would get me, and I'd end up in jail, and I'll do better. All the empty promises and all the phone calls and stuff. And then when you get out, it was just like the same old routine. I had no hope for a future. I've already squandered all the potential I had. I mean, in high school, I ran a 4.2 40.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I was 6'2" at like 190 pounds.
That's fast.
Yeah. A lot of wasted potential, but I didn't really. And then what's funny is when coach asked me, he's all, "What you been doing to train to run like that?" And I'm like, "Gee, I run from the cops." You know what I mean? And there went all my hopes for the basketball team. So, but I just honestly, I told him, I haven't been training, just been run from the cops. But prison at 26, did 2.5 years in Draper. It was an experience. I mean, they call it corrections, right? But there ain't no correcting going on there. It's just you go hang out with a bunch of people, and then just they put you around a bunch of monsters, and then they expect you not to be one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to like mutate into something you're really not to survive. Just it's stupid the way they have it, and they call that helping people. And if you hear me, public, it doesn't help anybody. Your tax dollars are a waste if you think locking somebody in a cell for 23 hours a day is going to help anything.
I agree. So you're 25. You've been on the run for 3 years, and this is when you get popped and go to Draper?
No, I got busted for home invasion and got it dropped down to a 0 to 5.
Okay.
This is when I got with my wife too. Well, my girlfriend, but she's known me since I was 20. Mm-hmm. We were friends and, had a little thing, but I was just out running and gunning and didn't really mind what other people, I was just doing what the hell I wanted to do. And, but we hooked up right before I ended up going to prison, and she waited for me, and I seen that while I was in there. And, I just couldn't believe somebody was giving that time and effort to somebody like me, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so it made me feel like I needed to do something different. And I did. When I got out, I did really good for almost 10 years, man, about 9.5 years. Worked a really good job, making really good money, a lot of overtime. But I handled it, as long as you can.
Yeah. And
then it just wears on you. And then, eventually you go back to old behaviors, and it's like, well, pain pills might help me work this 12-hour shift or some bullshit like that. But it really led me down a dark path, and I tried to maintain. And that's the thing, is I don't really go off the cliff right away. I take it. It drags out forever for me. And I try to maintain and go to work. Excuse me. And it doesn't work for me. And eventually the drugs stop working.
Right.
And yeah. And
okay, we'll come back to that right now. We got to jump into the teeter. You guys know who we're going to do. Teeter time. What's up, Teeter? Can't hear you. I think you're muted. Nobody cares about San Francisco, bro.
no, they're playing right now.
Okay, I'm unmuted. There we go. Sorry about that.
All good. What's going on?
I'm wearing a different hat today.
Did you lose a bet?
No, I just went ahead and decided I'd go for the 49ers today instead.
Ah.
So my Broncos don't play till next week. But you saw the new logo. I want to introduce my godson, Dominic, right here. He's going to be my assistant for the drawing tonight, or not the drawing, the raffle tonight. We don't do our... Ooh, your mom said come over here.
It's not that bad.
Your mom said come over here.
It's curly and it'll pop up if I comb it.
Who said
You're in
that?
trouble. His mom.
Take off that hair.
To comb it.
Oh.
Ooh.
All
Okay.
right. So, what do you want to pop up?
I was going to show you. There it is. That's from your mom.
Okay, so everybody, if you haven't heard, and a lot of you already know, that Teeter has sponsored a giveaway. He gave us $200. He told us all to go buy a basket according to our wishes, and all of us did. So this is Team Felice right here. You get coffee and all that good stuff. On Team Millie, it's a really comfy, cozy, snuggly kind of
best snuggie ever.
basket. You get that cool basket with like a hood.
Snuggy.
And then here's Team Link. This is a Star Wars thing, cool R2D2 cup, and a Boba Fett 2-in-1 phone holder,
Baby Yoda.
and a cute baby Yoda. Who can resist that? Here's Team Family. This is one donated by my niece. She has that up for the raffle as well. And then obviously, if you're into recovery, this is the one you want. And I imagine that's why you're here. You get that cool keychain holder. We recover better together. The motto here at Recovering Addict. You get the 12-step workbook. Okay, fine. I'm grateful. And some other cool stuff. Bluetooth speakers and Fleece and Eyes basket. And Teeter, you want to tell them how they can win this?
Absolutely. You could also go by PayPal, the Cash App, and the Venmo. And you could also throw in super chats in here. And I'm sure Felice is getting on those links right now.
You know it.
All right, so Felice will be throwing the links in there, and that is how you do it. And then what you do is you choose your team, and you say hashtag Team Felice, hashtag Team Millie, hashtag Team LT, hashtag Team Family. That's a mouthful.
And we have, what, 7 more shows or 6 more shows? I can't remember.
We will be drawing on the 18th of this month. Is a Sunday show.
Okay. Sunday. How many Sundays from now? 2 Sundays?
I believe so.
Okay,
And the
so
tickets are 1 for $5 or 5 for $20.
right.
And Dominic has the raffle tickets right here.
Awesome.
So he's ready to go whenever you all just want to throw in them super chats and everything else.
Awesome.
Oh, we got Sapper for 25 tickets, Team Police. All right, Sapper, we're going to get you down right now.
Recovery.
Sapper for 20.
Kyle. Damn.
Release.
Attaboy, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, appreciate that, brother. Sorry about having to cancel Zoom today. Don't know if you caught the memo before, but I'm just burning myself out. I'm burning the candle on both.
ER.
But I'll be all right. I'm going to handle it. Cool. All right, Teeter, anything else you want to
Thank
add?
you. Thank you, Kyle's wife.
Go 49ers only for tonight. Then I'll be back to my Broncos tomorrow.
All right. All right, brother. Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys.
Right. Oh, thanks, Teeter. That is so cool. It's so nice to have people just like, and Teeter's a part of the board now. He's the director. You'll see him on the website as soon as Felice quits procrastinating. Definitely not my fault.
Ooh.
He's quit.
Wah. Was it? Beep, beep.
Beep, beep.
I just got chucked. Bus
Bus
chucked.
chucker. And then you'll see he's the director of fundraisers here at Recovering Addict. That's a kind of the philosophy here at SOAR. If you see stuff that needs to be done, just jump in and do it. And if you want a position, create one. And the Recovering Addict's the same way. And who knows where this will go in 10 years from now. I have big, huge plans for the future. Whether they work out or not, I have no idea, but it's working so far. And so we got a special guest tonight. His name's Zach. He's born and raised here in Ogden, Utah. He has been battling the same struggle we all have battled, which is stinking addiction. We're up to the point of his story where he's done a home invasion, and the only way he can get clean is going to prison, right?
Right.
So you're 25 years old, and you're in prison, and obviously prison does not correct you. It turns you into something you don't want to be by being surrounded by monsters, tax dollars being wasted.
Oh yeah, wasted.
And
Total waste.
Before you start, I'm going to be picky and have you scoot this way.
Okay.
Scoot this way.
You keep blurring out.
Oh.
Bring your mic with you.
This thing comes clear over.
Oh, yeah.
All right, buddy. I'm right next to you. What's up?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
See, now they can see you nice and crisp. Now they know what you look like.
Real quick.
Handsome.
What's up, buddy?
So I've been to prison as well. So I understand the sentiment that you shared about, it's not corrections, it's containment. And could that be a factor in your chosen field, your chosen profession?
Oh yeah. Well, which one?
We'll get to his. We'll get to where he's at in recovery. Let's finish the.
No,
Okay.
because convict for sure. I mean, when I got out, I didn't think nothing about an honest life. It was always a struggle,
So you get out of prison, and obviously it's hard as crap to get a dang job being a felon.
No, it wasn't hard.
Oh, wasn't it? So
No,
what did you do after
when you
got
work
out?
your ass off? It's not hard to get a job anywhere. I mean,
That's true.
construction is
That's
always
true.
hiring. But if you're up and willing for the work, it's out there, man. You just got to go get it. But I worked my ass off, man, and it was a year, and my old lady told me she wouldn't marry me until I was off parole, and I completed parole, man. 18 months of pretty intensive. They had me on an ankle monitor at first. And then curfew and this the whole thing, and it took 18 months, and I finished and completed successfully with no or what would they call that?
Yeah, Sutton. What's up, brother?
Thanks,
Good to see
Mike.
you.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Felice.
Oh, yeah.
It's
and
fine.
Felice, duh. That's funny.
Anyways, you guys are crazy. But
You finished parole without violating?
yeah, without
Nice.
violating.
How old are you at this point?
27 and a half, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay, so 27 and a half. You finish a pretty good stint in prison. You finished probation because your girl said she ain't marrying you unless you do,
Yeah, and I love her, man. She's my heart.
which is a good thing.
Oh, shout
That's a
out
good
to
thing.
her.
Yeah, Shannon, I love you. But
Shout out to
she is
Shannon.
not watching it because this was kind of all sudden, and I didn't know how to get everybody involved that I know. But next time I will, because I'll be back.
Yeah, heck yeah, you will.
I'm looking at the screen again.
We look at it all the time. They don't care what we look at.
Yeah, but
So you're off parole.
yeah,
What's life looking like at this point?
it's looking good, bro. Got married. Had a really good job. I went to plumbing school. I was on my way to being a plumber.
Did you do plumbing in prison?
No, they wouldn't let you have tools there.
Yeah, that's true.
No, when I went in, it was just lockdown. I mean, you didn't go anywhere. You didn't do anything. There was no schooling. It was just you and the cell and some guy farting. And it was terrible. Don't go there.
That sounds like my house.
But yeah, I got out and got married, dude. We went up to Washington. Life was looking good. I was making probably 52 to 55,000 a year.
Nice.
It's not bad, but I mean, it was really good. I bought a house, and yeah, was living the dream, you know what I mean? But I wasn't happy. a lot of responsibility, a lot of overtime. I was making really good money, but I was never home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, the overtime was getting to me. We did a shut. I remember the day I used. We were doing a shutdown at Fresenius, and it was probably like day 5 of this 2-week shutdown where we were working like fucking. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry. Can I swear on this thing?
I don't care.
Are we okay?
No, we're good.
Too late now.
Well, yeah. Beep.
Beep.
But no, a lot of overtime, dude. And 18 hours a day, going home, sleeping 4 hours, go back, and finally on the 5th day, I was like, you know, I think I'm gonna hook up with my buddy and get some Percocet, you know.
So you got out of prison, you got off probation or off parole. You're working a good job. How long until this point where you
9.5 years?
9.5 years before you relapsed.
Yeah, I kind of left out all the good stuff, huh?
Yeah.
No, I did good, man. That's what's crazy.
Doing this 9 years though, were you in a program? Were you working a program? I'm sure you knew about AA.
No, I got out and just did me.
Just white knuckled, and
Mhm.
so you didn't understand the fact you were an addict. And
No, I knew I was an addict. I just don't. Antisocial. That's another thing that prison does to people, and in a life of incarceration, is it turns people into that you don't trust anybody. You know, because everybody you've ever trusted or has been in a position of power or you thought they had your best interest in mind really never did. You know what I mean? So by the time you're growing up and you just don't trust no one, and part of it is because you don't trust yourself. But when everybody you've thought that had your best interest in mind never did anything good for you, I mean, you stop trusting, and you feel like you have to do it by yourself. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I didn't realize, you know, in making friends and stuff.
Thanks, Michael.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. No, making friends wasn't like, I don't know. It wasn't hard for me. It just wasn't my first priority. I thought that I needed to work hard, make money, build this family, buy a house.
Yeah.
I was a homeowner in Ogden for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until we lost the house, but it gets even tragicer. Tragicer, is that a word?
I don't think so.
It probably not, but I'll use a lot of words. Everybody's gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'll just
but
pretend like I'm smart.
tragicer, yeah, look it up.
So what? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what talked you into grabbing that handful after 9 years? Did you realize that it was probably going to take you back to where you don't want to be, or
No, I thought I could handle it.
you thought
Just
it was
like
going to
anybody
improve
else.
the situation? Just like,
Yeah.
okay. Just
Yeah,
the
like
addict
I'm
thinking,
gonna be able to
right?
work, and I'm gonna still bring home this paycheck, and I'll be able to stay here another fucking 12 hours at
My
work.
body's not going to hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I was tired, dude. When you start getting older, you can't do that to yourself. You know, you
Yeah.
gotta pace yourself. And I've learned that it takes me a little while to even get out of bed. You know,
Yep.
like creaking.
I'm starting to feel that too.
Yeah, dude, shoulders
Same.
hurt. You wake up, your hands are numb. I'm like, what the? But
wake up with
anyways,
numb hands.
yes, it was terrible. I didn't, and then I managed that downward spiral, which, you know, I got control of this, and it was like just slow, but then it starts going real big, and just it took almost 6 years. Yeah, 6 years, dude.
Your
Before,
relapse lasted 6 years, but
well, it wasn't a relapse. I was going hard. It was, yeah. I was taking a lot of pain pills, a lot, dude. I don't even know how a human being can take that many and afford it. And then that's another thing, dude. Is drugs they're not cheap, man. You know, unless you're getting meth. I mean, that shit is cheap and it's garbage. But pain pills, dude, they're so expensive. I was spending probably $120 a day.
Holy cow!
Dang.
You know, I was taking 400 milligrams of morphine, probably 100 milligrams of Percocet, and in a day, and functioning crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
crazy.
And I didn't really realize what I was doing.
$2,800 a month could buy a real nice house.
Mhm. And then your bills start slipping. You know what I mean? You start taking money from the bills, and then the old lady's pissed. And why are you taking these? Where'd this money go? And you're like, oh, I bought a soda. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
$150
And then you try
soda.
to lie about it. She knows. You try to lie. She knows you're lying, and then you just look like a jackass,
Yeah.
basically. And just the whole fucking it's chaos, really. You know what I mean? And to think you can control any part of that while you're addicted is naive, and you're not doing any good. No. But
so what happened in this 6 years that you're using towards the end of the 6 years? Like what started getting you to the
heroin. I started using heroin and lots of meth. I never really had a problem getting any of that stuff. It was always plentiful. I used to rob people.
So you started robbing people too at this point?
My whole life. I mean, drug dealers. I trust me. I'm an addict with morals. Like I never shot up. You know, I thought, oh, you know, I don't shoot up. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I don't sell drugs to people. I steal the drugs from drug dealers. You know, I rob them. I take their money. I take their drugs. If I found out you had a bunch on you, I'd be at your door pretty soon. You know what I mean? And it'd be mine, and I'd be giving it away, and we'd be spending the money on everything. And
so you were kind of like an addict Robin Hood.
Yeah, sort of like all fucked up. But then I'd be stealing your car too. So
right.
You know, it wasn't very. I was a piece of shit, bro. You know, I was doing everything I could to destroy humanity and what I knew as reality. You know what I mean?
That's some introspective there. When you see that about yourself.
Yeah, but it was crazy.
So during this up to the 6, so see, there's a good 6-year run.
Mm-hmm.
And in this time, did you lose what are you losing?
I didn't lose much. My wife divorced me, but she could never get away from me. We got this weird electrical, like, I don't know what you call it. Electrical static or just
magnetism.
Yeah, magnetism.
I like electrostatic better.
Yeah, I think it's a word. Look it up.
Can you Google that for me, John?
Please. Somebody out there.
Electrostatic.
Electrostatics. I'll just make stuff up as it goes.
And chemistry.
Oh yeah, that big word too. Chemistry.
Sweet.
Or they loved each other. Weird.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. But we could never get away from each other. I was all fucked up, and she was. She used to drink pretty heavy, and she realizes it now. But back then she didn't, and she would be angry all the time, and I'd be high all the time. So it was fucking chaos at her house. And this last stint, when before I got clean, I got busted for another aggravated burglary charge, and I was sitting in Weber County Jail on a 25 to life, and this was like 3 years ago.
Oh man.
And,
okay, I'm gonna stop you right there because that just got intense.
Okay.
It's like a circus fire. It's intense.
It really is.
All right. Guess what time it is, y'all? Cassie.
Whoop, whoop.
What up, guys?
How are you guys?
Good.
How is everybody?
Wonderful.
Good.
How are
Who's
you?
our guest tonight?
This is Zach.
Hi, how are you?
Zach. I'm lovely. How are you, Zach?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm lovely. You look amazing in your pink shirt. Amazing.
It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
I thank you. I commend you for that. Thank you very much. That is awesome for you.
Save the boobies.
Yeah. Please check them as much as possible. Just.
I shouldn't have said anything. See what happens?
Schmear.
Good job.
That's how boobs.
No. Yeah.
Take care of them, ladies. We love them.
Dun, 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 dun. They're important. I love you guys. Okay, hi, Teeter. Okay, so here's my quote. This quote is so stinking cute. I really, really like this one. Okay. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and keep hanging on.
Ooh,
That was from Franklin Roosevelt.
nice.
Thanks, Mr.
Isn't that
Roosevelt.
cute?
I love it.
When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and keep hanging on.
Nice.
That one was cute. right to the point. Boom.
Love it.
All right, guys. All right, we got to join in. Everybody bring it together. And we're going to continue to spread that love. Boom.
Oh,
Love you guys. Love you, Linky.
yeah.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
That's a good one.
Nice lady.
Open mouth and insert foot. He supports. Oh, very funny. I support
Hashtag corny.
breast cancer.
Yeah, all the way.
Sky is our corny. She wins the corny joke of the chat today.
Hey, Polly.
What up, Polly? How you doing, brother? Polly, after we watched that New Jersey action park, I swore, I was like, Polly has got to be hanging out there. They all sounded like you. They're like, you go down this slide, cuz, and you jump in the water and all that good stuff. You know, I was like,
They're all from
Polly's been
Jersey.
there. I know he has.
Maybe John V. Have you been there?
Yeah, John V, what do you know about Action Park? The most dangerous fun park in the United States. Like, people died all the time there. Pretty crazy. Great quote, Cassie, they saying. Christina says she loves you, Zach.
Aw, cute.
What up? You're up. You're what? Softball. You're what?
Good job, babe.
All right. So now you're facing 25 to life.
Yeah, crazy, huh? Well, who would have thought?
That's scary,
Wait,
dude.
wait.
I remember when I was in jail.
Well,
Once, just once. No kidding.
What?
Oh, we gotta next
We're gonna
show.
talk
We
later.
gotta talk about this. That we're almost through with this little documentary. Okay. What was I about to say? Oh yeah.
25
I
to
remember
life.
sitting in front of the judge with shackles and chains,
Oh yeah.
looking at a 1 to 15,
Mhm.
and I was scared to death. Couldn't imagine 25 to life.
Yeah, it's scary. It's a reality check for sure. And that's, they had me in level 1 security, which is 47 hours. You're hour out every other day.
Oh,
So,
every other day?
Yeah. So you get a lot of time to reflect. And I did my 5th step like every day there. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Just thought about everything I've done and
How long were you in this time?
so I was in level 1 for 6 months. I was in for a year. I finally got the charges that somehow, dude, it was crazy. The charges went down to a 1 to 15. And I pled to it. But while I was in Weber County Jail, I was in contact with my girl all the time and stuff. And she told me about a pain that she had in her armpit. And then she's like, I need to go to get it checked out. And she did. And I waited a couple days and stuff. She calls me back, or I call her back. And it was cancer in her armpit. And not only do you check your breasts, ladies, check your armpits. And what fucking blows my mind, dude, is within a month after she found out that was cancer in her armpit, it had they diagnosed her as stage 4 bone cancer.
Oh, geez.
So metatastasized. Look it up.
Metastasized.
Yeah, whatever.
Metastasized.
Metastasized.
Wow.
And it went to her bones, dude. And so not only was I sitting in there on a 25 to life, I just found out that my soulmate has fucking terminal cancer.
Oh,
And I lost my mind in there. I started beating my head against the wall until I was bleeding everywhere. Went into a seizure. They put me in suicide watch. And I don't know if you've ever been in suicide watch, but it's quite the experience. They put you in like a fishbowl naked.
What?
Yeah.
With a blanket that's what, like that thick?
Yeah.
Crazy.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. Yeah.
And it didn't, and then I didn't know what the fuck to do. You know, I was frantic. It was crazy, dude. And so I was sitting there naked in that cell. And when the nurse came by, I went to the door and I'm like, you guys got to sedate me. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, you guys got to sedate me. And she's like, oh, we don't do that here. And I looked at her and, well, I'm going to make you. So I just started bashing my head against the wall until it sent me into a seizure.
Whoa.
And there was blood everywhere. I remember them taking me to the hospital. They pumped me full of Valium, took me back, put me in the same damn cell naked. Thank you. Thank you, corrections.
Pricks.
I'm telling you, brother, there's no humanity in there at all. It's like the dog pound. I don't know. I hope dogs get treated better than most people in there do, you know? And, but they bring me back from the hospital, put me back in the same cell, after the volume wore off, I woke back up and I did the same thing. And then they strapped me to a chair.
Mm,
And it's one of those, you've seen
I've
them.
seen them.
And if you haven't seen them, you don't want to see them. It's not like a recliner.
No.
But yeah, talk about crazy, bro. And I finally, but after all that, I kind of accepted it, realized that if I was acting this way, I would not be able to talk to her because they would have me on lockdown all the time. So I kissed their ass and did what I had to do to get out of there. And they put me back in level 4 so I could at least talk to her. And then over the phone, we built another good relationship. And it's crazy how when people aren't around you that you love, the connection grows stronger, just the little contact you have, if it's meant to be. And finally, I got the charges dropped to a 1 to 15 pled to it. They gave me 5 more months work release, which is crazy with my background. I thought I was going to prison for, and if I would have went on a 25 to life, I would have done about 18 years. Wow. Most likely. And on a 1 to 15, if they would have sent me down, I would have did 7 or 8. But I got work release. I got out of work release. I went back home, which I should have never.
How old are you at this time?
I was 40.
So now you're
41.
40, and you just got released out of Draper.
No, this was Weber County. I didn't get sentenced to prison.
Oh, okay, but you had the white bracelet.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was 3 years ago.
Oh, 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And you went back home, and you shouldn't have went back home, and your wife
Well,
is still...
I went back home, and just like the great pharmaceutical companies, they gave her 320 Percocet 10s a month, and she wasn't taking but a quarter of them. So where did the rest go? Right in my mouth, which was nonsense. I couldn't cope. I couldn't handle with the news I just got, and went off the deep end again. And we lost her house. I don't want to get into that, but we lost her house. She moved in with her mom, and I knew the road that because I've been there several 4, 5, 6 times. I knew where I was going because you can sense when shit's gonna end bad. So I checked in. I went to Smith's and stole a 18-pack of beer. I've been up for 4 nights on meth and pain pills and whatever. So I went to Smith's, stole an 18-pack of beer and a sandwich, went sat in the very park you guys had your hammocks in, drank that whole 18-pack, ate the sandwich, called the cops, said I was going to kill myself because I knew that I would end up either doing something really bad or something really bad to myself.
Right.
So they came and picked me up. I had the warrants because I never followed through with any obligations that I had from adult probation or parole. Ate the sandwich, drank the beer, called the cops. They came, got me. They asked me if I want to go to jail or the hospital. I told them the hospital. So I went there and detoxed for a week and a half. And when on my day of release, I called my cousin. I walked into jail. The first time I've ever done that in my life. Wow. So
you went from the hospital on your own to jail.
Yep. Yeah, and it's kind of a weird feeling. You're like, you walk up to the door and you're like, hey, I'm here. You guys want me? Wow. And they came out and got me.
And then you on the spot.
Yeah. And then they gave me 90 days and sentenced me to DORA and a bunch of other stuff. And what was really cool is I met my really awesome friends at Weber Human Services. Tyler Larson, I love you, brother.
Yeah.
He actually got me into Valley Camp from the gate. When I got out, I spent one night at the crisis center and then went straight to Valley Camp.
Awesome, dude. Tyler's awesome.
I love him.
What a blessing.
He's a good man. And went from, dude, and I love Valley Camp. And I've never been in an AA program because I don't necessarily believe in all of it. But you don't have to. That's the good thing about it is as long as you make connections with people and you make friends out there, it doesn't matter what you believe in. And if what you believe in keeps you sick, then you're believing the wrong shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I went through Valley Camp, loved every second of it. Went to Stepping Stones, found a lot of good people in there, and like you were saying earlier, it's all about connection, and it's all about making friends, and it's all about being accountable for your actions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff that I knew that I had to do just didn't really give a damn when you're high. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You don't really think about accountability. I mean, but I do today, and it feels great. And I actually moved out of Keystone. I was in Keystone Sober Living, best place ever. They got open beds. If anybody in Ogden or Utah needs an open or a bed in Sober Living, they got a couple open beds up there.
I'll have to let everybody know.
And
We got some guys I know who could use it.
And I love that place, dude. I spent 18 months there and loved every minute of it.
Wow.
And it's affordable, $400 a month, and saved my life.
Yeah.
Along with, you know, me realizing that I'm the reason why I'm here, and it's all because of my actions.
Yeah. So what's your clean date then? Do you keep track? Or?
Well, it's September 19th. No, September 18th, 2 years ago.
Nice. I'm gonna get my technical 1 year tomorrow. Yeah.
See, we're killing it in Ogden.
Yeah. Come to Ogden if you want to get sober, y'all.
No, and now I'm lucky enough to work in recovery. You know?
Yeah. You don't have to shout out their name or nothing, but what do you do now?
I'm a CPSS. I'm a certified peer support.
Awesome. Me too. I just got my peer support.
Yeah, it's great, dude, to be able to know that your story and is going to help people, and that what you've gone through can help people. And everybody out there, if you see somebody homeless, talk to them. Go up to them, ask them what they need. Don't, you know, they might say they need money or something, but have you ever went up to them and asked them what they need? They might need a conversation. They might need something warm in their belly. We've got a huge homeless problem in Ogden and in Salt Lake. And if just help them out, man. Talk to them. Reach out. A lot of people don't talk about the mental illness side of drug addiction.
That's true.
And the effects of methamphetamine on the brain. So just if you see somebody having a hard time talking to themselves, you know, ask them what they need.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just go up to them and have a conversation. Just be, civil.
So what was the moment that you decided to become that CPSS?
I always knew that I would be good with people from a young age, because I was a master manipulator throughout my drug use and in my criminal history, and was able to talk my way in and out of anything. But what made me realize that is that I wanted to do good, and that I realized that I can use not my manipulation, but my skill with words like brought and bring, and you know what I mean?
Electricity.
Just talk to people, just like you and me, bud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just try to help them out and ask them what they need, and ask them what they want, what their dreams are, you know, and it's as simple as a conversation with
Utilizing your PhD in addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I got my doctorate, bud. 4 times.
Yeah.
4-time doctor.
Dr. Zach.
But I had lived in addiction, dude, for basically 34 years or so, you know. It's crazy.
Don't forget Tragica, she said.
Oh, yeah, Tragica.
Sounds like a robot.
That's a cool name. I'm going to name my dog that. Tragica. Tragica.
Welcome to Reading Rainbow.
Dude, that's inspiring. You're in recovery. You're kind of doing what I did. So you could go get a job being a plumber again, probably.
Yeah. I can make good money at plumbing, or
good money. I hate that term almost now.
Or
it's starting to piss me off a little bit.
Really good money at running heavy machinery.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't need really good money. I mean, I got what I need. I got a house.
Right there's happiness.
I just moved into an apartment with my girl. We moved in this weekend.
How's she doing?
She's doing okay. They installed a pain pump that gives her Dilaudid directly to her spine. She gets around and she's in pain, but I mean, check your fucking breasts, women. I mean, it's really, really important.
So we all made jest that you're wearing pink shirt for breast cancer, but
Mm-hmm.
you're like personally
I work.
affected by your soulmate being where she's at, and that's why you're supporting it so much right now, right?
Oh yeah, dude. I wear pink all the time though. I think pink's a good color on me. No,
It actually is. I mean, look at
Brings
this.
out the blue in his eyes.
no, I like it, and I'm gonna continue to wear it and support the cause no matter what month it is.
Dude, that's awesome.
And I'm gonna hopefully they have a virtual walk this month, which I want to be involved in. But it'd be cool to. I walked a year ago, but we need to go walk again.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Do you support your nonprofit when you go on walks like that, or is it this just more you're supporting for breast cancer?
Yeah, supporting for breast cancer.
Gotcha.
The place I work at, they support addiction and mental illness recovery.
Okay.
So and I'm gonna talk to him and see if I can't support the cause with you guys and with you guys and let everybody know what we do, and we do really good work. But I didn't have the okay, so I'm not going to bring it to the table tonight, but I'll talk to the people, the heads to be, and if they say it's okay, and I will.
Awesome. I still got your flyers. We plan on being at your events.
Yeah, it would be
Correct.
awesome, dude.
We're going to raise the recovering addict flag and help out however we can.
Yeah, dude, and come support this, and I'll come, dude. I like it. I'm kind of nervous first time in front of a camera. I want to look at the screen.
Yeah, it's
You know
weird.
what I mean?
I'm all over the place, so you're good.
Yeah. We're watching you
We're all-
guys. We know you're there.
Is there a camera in there?
Is there a camera in there?
No, but it's pretty cool to be able to chat with people. Well, not chat with it, but like talk to people across the world.
Well, yeah, well, you just inspired a lot of people. I know that Jenny said she's related a ton to your story. She's on an ankle monitor right now.
Aw.
She said you guys have got very, very similar stories. And she is a sponsor to Teeter. Like John, he's battling 3 separate addictions and he's killing it. Cherie, she's out there in Australia, alcoholic. I mean, everybody in here has a story that you've helped definitely inspire to keep in recovery, keep the connection we always talk about. You know, we recover better together, and that's what this is all about.
Well, I love all you guys.
Heck yeah.
Humanity rocks, right? Let's carry it on.
Life is good. Let's be happy about having them.
And the more you help too. I mean, everybody out there get out there, help somebody that needs, and then and just do it again tomorrow.
Yeah. There's nothing more satisfying. I agree. All right, brother. It was good having you on the show, and we're definitely going to have him back as a recurring guest as often as he wants to, and just follow him through his life as we follow each other through yours and ours, and keep spreading that message. So, ready?
Yep.
And thank you, John V. Hashtag Team Fleece.
Oh, yeah. Jake, get in here. John V, thank you so much for another Team Fleece 20. Love it. Oh, look who's in the background. Did you guys know where that voice was coming from?
It's the voice of God.
All right, ready? Who are we not? God, grant me this serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
You guys rock. Thank you for having me.
Heck yeah, brother. It's
Yeah, I'm glad you're
wonderful.
here.
Good night, Black Continent.
I love it. All right, you guys, until Tuesday when Jake and Felice have in charge of the show. Like I always say, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember, we recover better together.